Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
I'm with Hanuma Vihari and his wife Preeti. Hanuma, as we all know, is a 27-year-old young batsman who the nation lost its heart to in January, playing against Australia at the Sydney Cricket Ground when he was nursing a hamstring injury, and yet he played this absolutely phenomenal knock, 23 of 116 balls. But today, if you look at Hanuma's Twitter handle, at Hanuma Vihari with an H cap, you will see that this young man's or this cricketer's timeline is full of helping patients, COVID patients, getting them an oxygen concentrator, a cylinder, plasma, medicines. So Hanuma, tell me, first of all, welcome to ThePrint. And
thank you.
And tell me, how did you become from a cricketer? How have you become a COVID warrior?
Yeah, I think if you look at cricketer and if you look at what I'm doing, I think a lot of similarities. I feel to become a cricketer, you have to face a lot of hardships coming up, and to represent India, you had to face a lot of failures as well. So trying to help people also, I can connect with them emotionally, and try to help as many people as I can is what my purpose of doing all this for the last couple of weeks. And I'm fortunate that I have people supporting me. I have my wife and sister supporting me as well in that group. So I'm quite fortunate in that way.
So Preeti, you're Hanuma's wife, and you're a volunteer, and you're part of this whole effort in getting people help. And both of you are in England, in Warwickshire, where Hanuma is playing county cricket and you're with him. So tell me, this is your 4.5, the time distance is 4.5 hours. So how do you work in the sense that, people in India are with the huge time lag? How does it work out for you between England and India?
So Vihari is doing the most of the work. He's not even sleeping at night. He'll be staying till unless and until he gets no messages on Twitter, Instagram. Then he's sleeping and he's waking up very early, around 3 a.m. in the morning. So that's how he's doing it, and he's not even sleeping. He's been working hard towards it. He's connecting with people continuously. So all day, the only break he's taking is when he's going to practice. That's it, just for an hour, and again back to his phone. He's working on 12 hours, 13 hours. Yeah.
And you're helping him?
Yes, I'm helping him. Yeah.
So how does it, Vihari, tell me, how do you do it? Are you sitting all day on your Twitter handle or your Instagram handle? How are you connecting people with each other?
Thing is, I started on my own when I did it a couple of weeks back. Then I realized that on my own I can't reach to everyone. So on Instagram, I requested for people to come out and support me from my followers. So they were quite generous, and I have close to 100 volunteers now in the WhatsApp group who share details and try to connect with the patient's family and make sure that they get their requirement fulfilled. So that is how we are working right now. The WhatsApp group, if you see, from morning to night, it's flooded with messages, a lot of information. Yeah. And once we know that we fulfill the patient's requirement, then we get that sense of satisfaction as well. So that feeling is nice when we try and fulfill something. There's a lot of hard work also from the volunteers, which I have to mention here, because without their support, I don't think I can reach as many people I'm doing that.
Right. So, but are these volunteers, are they verifying these leads? Otherwise, you can be all over the place, right? In a sense.
Yeah. I always tell them that you call and verify these leads before sending it to the patients, because I don't want to mislead them in this tense situation. Yeah. I have a sense of hope for them, and then to realize that it's a wrong information. So I always tell my volunteers to call first and verify it before sending the leads to the patients. Right.
And this is, the places where you are helping people. Is it mostly in Andhra Pradesh? Where exactly is it, or is it all over the country?
Yeah, it's mostly in the south states, because I have my followers from there, most of them. Even my volunteers are from here. But in the future I would like to spread all over the country and try to help as many people as I can with the work with the group I have, and I hope more volunteers come from different places in the country.
So why did you start, Vihari, and how did you start? You're sitting in England. Why did you start suddenly doing this?
Yeah, I have to be honest, it's because of my wife that I started this. Yeah, I'll tell you the story. After the game, we were watching a show on TV, and Sonu Sood, is working hard day and night to help people who actually need that kind of help. He's communicating with them, trying to coordinate things. So he was telling a story of how difficult the situation is difficult the situation India is, and I really got connected to it. And actually, it was her who told that you always have the intention of helping people, so why not start now? Public need help right now, so that is how it started. And like I said, I started on my own, but now have a team who can look after people's requirements. So we try to fulfill most of the cases which comes out.
So do you know any of these people, any of your family or friends or anybody who's been affected as well in this COVID pandemic?
Yeah, I have friends, family who's been affected. I try to help them as well. And fortunately, my family and our family, close family, is quite safe in back home, and they're staying at home, not going out anywhere. So I would request on this platform that people try and stay home as much as you can, and be safe, so that you're helping yourself, your family, and even others.
So Hanuma, you also said that earlier on, you said one of the reasons that made you want to do this is because you've been through a lot of pain. Thanks, Preeti. Thank you so much for.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll talk to you soon. So you had said earlier that one of the reasons why you became a COVID warrior or wanted to help was because you have been through a lot of pain yourself as a cricketer, playing for India. What did you mean by that?
I mean, once you play a professional sport, you have to see a lot of setbacks in cricket. Like I come from a place where there are not many cricketers who played for India. Although from Hyderabad they've done it, but from Andhra there are not many who represented our country. So it's always going to be challenging for me to come up the ranks and represent the country. It's not only in cricket but in life as well. I've seen many hardships very early in my life. So I kind of connect to people who are going through the hardships, and so emotionally I get connected to that, and that is how I feel I get strength and motivation to help people in this crisis situation.
So when you saw that people were desperately needing, things like oxygen cylinders or medicines, I mean, what did you feel? How did you think?
I could understand the situation, although I'm not there. But once you're in a hospital and and the situation is not great, and some people are not even getting beds for ventilator. So that is how the situation is right now, and we get many messages that they need a bed, and I feel really sorry for them, because we shouldn't be in a situation where we can't get a bed in a hospital or we can't get medicine. With India being such a in the pharma side, we are one of the biggest countries in the world. So it is quite a sad situation, but seeing at the messages, I try to respond. I try to fulfill as much as I can. Obviously, I have limited access to it, but whatever leads I can get, I am trying to verify it, and try to reach the patient's family as soon as possible, because time is also a factor in this situation. Yeah. So I try to get it fulfilled as soon as possible.
So tell me about some of the hardships that you may have been through.
Personally, I feel personally for me, I lost my dad very early in my life. I was only 12 when I lost my dad. So my mom raised me and my elder sister. so I had responsibilities very early on in my life. So I understand the pain if someone loses their dear one during this time, and I can connect to them. Like I said, I can connect to what the family will be going through if they lose their loved ones. So yeah, that is one reason why I connect emotionally to them, because I understand their pain.
Do you think that this is affecting your cricket?
It's the matches are. I have no games at the moment. I can only train for an hour or two, and yeah, I have to take more rest. That is there. But once the matches will be close, I'll make sure that my team takes most of the stress, and I be on the sidelines helping them, and focus on my cricket, and try to balance both.
But right now, I mean, the World Test Championship is just a few weeks away. But for the moment, like Preeti said, you're sleeping at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're waking up. You yourself said you slept for like 3 hours last night. So it's obviously this is bothering you a lot, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, no one. I mean, if your country is going through such crisis, you have to be responsible in a way. Try to help as many people as you can. But looking at the messages and what the families are going through, it is obviously emotionally draining as well. But yeah, like I said, once the matches will be close, I'll make sure that I get enough rest, and keep my mind on what's important. I would say, cricket is always my first priority. I know that importance of I'm what I am today is because of cricket. So I'll always keep it as first priority, and at the same time, I'll be on the sidelines helping my group.
Right. No. I mean, I sort of obviously cricket is your first love, but this is something that you're doing out of the goodness of your heart, and we hope that everybody who's watching is listening to you, and that people will come forward and also help like you are doing. But I have a couple of questions. One is that several of your teammates, for example, Virat Kohli and others, are also raising money for the COVID pandemic. Do you have a message for them? Do you want them to also help you, do what you're doing, which is sort of physically connecting people and helping them?
Yeah, I would say it's a great effort from the guys, to raise money and give it to the foundation and or the PM Care Fund, because help in any way is always needed for the country right now. It is my choice that I choose to help people personally on the ground level. But they've done a tremendous job, the other cricketers, and they've done their bit. And it's because I had a few weeks off in England, and I can connect to people. That's the reason why I choose this platform. But once again, I would say that once matches are closed, I would shift my focus to cricket and make sure my team will take the lead.
Right. So, I do want to ask you a couple of cricket questions. And if I may, I do very much want to ask you about the knock on the Sydney cricket ground when you were injured and you continued to play. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, again, on that day as well, country needed me to be there and bat till the end and save the test match. And that was the only thing which was running in my mind, that even though I was injured, I knew that I can contribute, and I can contribute to the team's benefit at that time, because we were 1-1 in the series, and if we lose that series, we knew that we can't win that series at the Gabba. So my whole intention was to just bat time. The pain was, compared to what the situation was, pain was irrelevant at that point of time. I was only focusing on trying to bat as much time as I can.
So the pain was irrelevant?
Yeah, I thought in that situation, me batting there and saving the test match was more important. So that is the only thing which was running in my mind. Although the pain was there, I couldn't move my right leg, but that was not or what I was thinking at that point. I was only thinking about saving the test.
Has there been a worse experience in your life than that day playing at the Sydney cricket ground?
Yeah, initially when I got injured, I was devastated, because we were looking good for a run chase, and I got injured. Then Pujara got out, and then we knew that we didn't have a chance of chasing the score. But once I managed to bat till the end, then I was quite relieved, I would say. I could save the test match, but there were mix of emotions on the day. A lot of emotions were running through my mind, and
Like what?
yeah, I was happy at the end that I could take the team through.
Right. What kind of emotions were running through your mind?
Yeah, like I said before tea, I was quite devastated that I got injured at the wrong time. There's never a right time to get injured, but especially with the series hanging in balance. So I was quite devastated going into tea. But again, while I was batting, there is nerves. There'll be panic. There'll be a lot of emotions which will be going through in that situation when you are in a pressure situation. So there was a lot of nerves as well then, but at the end of the day, I was quite happy.
Right. So, tell me, when you do your work as a COVID warrior, when you're connecting people, do you get personally involved? Does it affect you? Are you devastated by what you see?
Yeah, sad. I get sad, obviously, when you're interacting with them and you know that they're no more. You feel sad for that moment, and again, there are other people who are asking for help as well. So yeah, you shift your focus to other people, but there's always empathy. As a human being, you empathize for a family's loss, and that's how I feel in this situation as well.
Because you've said that you never realized how difficult it was to find a hospital bed.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's so many requests on that. They need a ventilator bed, and people are finding it difficult to get a bed because there's in a hospital you can fit only certain number of people, and there's so many people who are positive and quite serious with the second wave, and there are a lot of complications as well. So it is quite difficult situation. What I'm hearing and what I'm seeing is not good at the moment. Hopefully it gets better, but as of now, the people are struggling in India, uh, especially the states which I live in, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it gets better.
Right. So, last couple of questions, Vihari. The first is about yourself. How do you see your career as, the only test match specialist batsman?
Yeah, I don't mind any tags. It's for the people to decide what they want to tag me. It's all about the opportunity. Once I get the opportunity, I'll try to use the best way I can. I try to prepare my my best, and once go into a match, I keep the result aside and try to perform to the best of my ability for the team. That is all which is in my mind, and I'll not get too much into what people are saying or what people tag me. It's their opinion, and they're entitled to have their opinion.
You're 27 years old, and you're already thinking that it doesn't matter what people are saying, and that you're just so focused on your game.
Yeah, I feel there are a lot of people who will praise you and a lot of people who will criticize you. So we have to accept both. I feel, in my opinion, that is how a sportsman should carry himself, and for me, that is exactly what I'm taught from early on from my mom. I was always taught that accept whatever that comes your way, and that is exactly what I want to do.
So your mom taught you that whatever comes your way, you should accept it.
Yeah, I feel she always says that you be honest with your game and give your effort, and whatever comes your way or our way, we'll accept it. That's fine. You can only control the things you can, like everyone says, but that is actually true in real life. You can only control what efforts you put in, and rest is up to the game, or whatever matters is not in your control.
Right. So how do you look at the upcoming series against England and also the World Test final against New Zealand? How are you looking at that?
Yeah, honestly speaking, I think it will be a good challenge for us. Where whenever we travel abroad, there's always a challenge. World Test Championship final is all about nerves. How we handle our nerves will be important. Although the condition will maybe favor New Zealand a little bit, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a chance. It all depends on how we handle ourselves on that game. And coming to the Test series, I think England are very strong side at home. They know how to play here. They have a very good track record at home. So, but like I said, it's all about how we prepare and handle ourselves on that particular day. And if we can prolong it for 5 Test matches, then we'll stand a good chance.
Well, Vihari, thank you for your time, and we wish you all the best. And
Pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
not just as a cricketer, but also as a COVID warrior. And I think you give a lot of hope to people. And my best wishes to your wife, Preeti. Please thank her from me. And from all of us at ThePrint, we wish you all the best in your coming games. And, you know, we know that you will make us proud. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.